Well, hello, my favorite people. How you doing? Well, it's been quite a long time. Let me adjust this a little bit better. Um, I've had a baby. Her name is Vivian Fortepresant Mariamaba. Um, I had received prenatal care at Clinic Madeline in Dakar, Senegal. Very excellent clinic. They have another clinic there that was brand new, but I was kind of scared to go there because it was brand new and it looked like it had very pretty young staff. So the staff at Clinic Madeline, they were, everyone had given great recommendations. A lot of the American people I met at the 4th of July event they had at International School of Dakar, they had recommended them, and they were pretty good. And just like in America, the prenatal care. Since it's my fourth child, all I just needed them to make sure that the heart was beating and she was developing on time. I wasn't antsy, but I had horrible morning, day, and night sickness that literally left me like unable to do everything. I was throwing up all the time, dry heaving all the time. I was very weak, and come to find out it was my iron was extremely low. I was literally depleted of my iron, and it was extremely low, which made me super weak, and some days I couldn't even get off the couch. I was constantly eating ice. I couldn't keep anything down. It was a horrible pregnancy. So I came back to the States to receive medical care in the States, which Dakar, they have really good medical care, but I just felt I wanted to be with my mom and get the medical care here in in the States. And so I came back, and I started getting blood transfusions, weekly updates, weekly everything, and they were pumping blood out of me as they were pumping stuff back into me. And every week my iron was still low, but still it was going up maybe like 1 point. I think when I first got back to my first doctor's appointment, I was like literally at like 4 for iron. I think you're supposed to have like 12 or something. I can't remember, but this was the first time in many years that I had my iron this low. I've been pregnant, like I said, 4 times. I've also had miscarriages, but those never lasted that long. But the other 3 times I was pregnant, my iron, it was low, but not to the point of where I was literally bedridden, where I just some days I would literally be sleeping 18 to 20 hours, and when I get up, I'm still seriously ill and tired. I just couldn't do anything. I was quite surprised that I really went like that. But they said the iron, I've always been anemic, and I really never studied or read up on iron. I just knew I needed to take iron pills every day, and I took them. But sometimes I'm not great at taking pills. Hence, this is why I have 4 children. So I took the iron, and sometimes I don't take it. But before, it's always been okay. This time when I got pregnant, it was not okay. Just simple iron pills. I needed literally a doctor's care. I'm at the transfusion center every week like clockwork. The nurses knew my name. They knew when to have my food ready for lunch, because transfusions take a couple of hours, because the transfusion center I went to, they ordered the iron and blood. When you get there, they don't pre-order it just in case you don't show up for your appointment. So that takes a while for them to get all that stuff ready. And then just in case if it's a full day, because the transfusion center also handles cancer patients and other people who need blood transfusions and things like that. It can be a full day, so you're waiting there, sitting there, and then also you need an IV in. So first you need a full bag of IV in, which I have very tiny veins. So a full bag takes a good hour for it to drain into my veins, an hour, because they use a tiny needle. The first time the nurse tried to use the needle, she didn't know my veins, and I told her I had tiny veins, and it was a younger nurse, so she used this big needle. Oh, the horror and pain of the IV, and she had the drip go so fast, the horror and the pain, it literally almost busted my veins. So then the nurse came over and saw that my whole arm was bruised, and there was a bubble forming in my skin because the lady didn't get it all the way in. I guess the needle wasn't all the way in. I don't know. And the older nurse who's been doing it for eons, she came over. She says, "No, this is not going to work for your arm, and this is because I only have one good vein. Honestly, I only have one good vein." And the lady told me I only have one good vein, and she said, okay, she got me this tiny, it looked like a baby needle, and she put it in my arm, and it worked great. It worked great. It just took an hour for the IV to get in. Then after that, to get the iron pumped into me, it took like another hour and a half to 2 hours. So basically, I was there for 3 to 4 hours every week getting the iron in. And the iron transfusions, the first 2 weeks, it didn't feel like anything. I still felt, like faint, and I still felt the vomiting. I still felt everything. But after 2 weeks, I really did start feeling better. I was able to be with the kids like I'm used to, getting up, doing things, going places like I'm used to with the kids. But it was just horrible, and I had to get iron all the way up until the day I gave birth. Now, after I gave birth, my iron was still low, but now I only had to worry about myself. I didn't have to worry about a baby and myself. So this is why I did the transfusions, or literally I would have miscarried. But after that, it was okay, and I did. After the baby, I was supposed to continue with some more transfusions just to get my iron to the point of where it's normal levels, but it just didn't work. Sorry, my hair is like a mess. I'm waiting for us to go to Senegal to get my hair retwisted. And my hair is like, it's slowly like this much new growth, and but it's like I know I could twist it myself. But honestly, I really like professional people to do it, because when I twist myself, I get so like tired, and I start combining locks together. So literally, as you can see, I got tired, and I start combining like these little locks here. But also when I was pregnant, my hair started to thin out, so I had to combine a lot of locks because my hair was thin. But people always say, "Oh, are you going to get rid of locks?" I'm thinking to myself, not as long as I have children. These locks are the most easiest thing to maintain. When I had natural hair, I had so much products I had to use for my natural hair, and people coming out with new things, co-washing this and doing that with natural hair. I was just like, with dreadlocks, literally, I just wash my hair, put in leave-in conditioner, put in some oil to hydrate it, and literally I'm done. I don't do like a lot of stuff, and I cut it every couple of months because it does grow very long, and I just don't like it that long because it gets in the way. And my ponytails literally be very high, so when I sit in the car or I'm in a taxi, it's too high of the roof of the taxi. So yeah. But one thing I do want to suggest, though, when you have long dreadlocks that you're like free-forming and semi-free-forming, is literally try to So I'm waiting for us to go to Senegal to get my hair retwisted. And my hair is like, it's slowly like this much new growth, and but it's like I know I could twist it myself, but honestly, I I really like professional people to do it, because when I twist it myself, I get so like tired and I start combining locks together. So literally, as you can see, I got tired and I start combining like these little locks here. But also when I was pregnant, my hair started to thin out, so I had to combine a lot of locks because my hair was thin. But people always say, oh, are you going to get rid of locks? I'm thinking to myself, not as long as I have children. These locks are the most easiest thing to maintain. When I had natural hair, I had so much products I had to use for my natural hair, and people coming out with new things, co-washing this and doing that with natural hair. I was just like, with dreadlocks, literally, I just wash my hair, put in leave-in conditioner, put in some oil to hydrate it, and literally I'm done. I don't do like a lot of stuff, and I cut it every couple of months because it does grow very long, and I just don't like it that long because it gets in the way. And my ponytails literally be very high, so when I sit in the car or I'm in a taxi, it's too high of the roof of the taxi. So yeah. But one thing I do want to suggest, though, when you have long dreadlocks that you're like free-forming and semi-free-forming, is literally try to separate your hair, because it will start like it will start going together. So I do separate my hair after a wash. And anyways, on to my life. Right now we are in Morocco. We've been here since October. We love it. We love Morocco. It's beautiful. The kids love it. The weather is great. It was 110 and it felt like it was like in like 70s or 80s. Our first apartment was Airbnb, and beautiful apartment, beautiful kitchen, beautiful everything. Then we went off to London to see if maybe we can live in London, but it was just too expensive, and it wasn't my cup of tea because people weren't as nice as they were in Africa. I need people to be nice. I need everyone to be like, hi, how you doing? Stop and have a conversation and just be nice. But yeah, no, that didn't work out in London. So then we came back to Morocco, and we stayed at a riad, and that riad was beautiful. The people there were beautiful. And then I decided, okay, if we're going to stay a little bit longer, we need to find us an apartment where we're not sharing everything in the riad. So riad, if anybody knows, is just basically rooms and then shared bathroom, or you have a private bathroom, and there's levels. It's almost like you're living in a townhouse, but with an open court in the center. So that's how the riad was. The people there were super nice. They loved the kids. They love the kids. They, you know, when Viv was teething real bad, and she still is, and they just loved them. So I said, okay, went to a realtor to see about apartment hunting. Oh, a big mess. That's another video I'll do. They found me an apartment, and the apartment fell through, and the landlord didn't want to rent to me because just craziness. And so they found me another apartment, and so that's where we're at now. And now we're making our way back to Senegal because I miss Senegal. I miss the food. I miss the people. I miss having someone cook and clean for me every day except for Sunday. I miss just walking around and, like, you know, walking in the sand, walking to the beach. Before we lived in Kermansall. We're not going to live in Kermansall again because it's too cheap. I mean, not too cheap, too far from Dakar. We're going to try to live somewhere around Dakar. I really don't want to live somewhere where it's too congested. Kermansall was perfect, but it is too far from the car. And they have the auto route, but since I don't have a car and the cars there are stick, I don't know how to drive a stick. It's very difficult. So we're going there hopefully in July, inshallah. And the girls are excited. My son, you know, not that excited. He has different plans of what he wants to do. So he's more of an American kid. He's definitely an American kid, but he's a boy. So what can I say? But we're definitely excited. Looking for an apartment now. My husband, he's looking for an apartment and trying to find different things to see, and also looking for, make sure we're close by the school, making sure that there's places for, like, we're around all the places so we don't have to worry about cars. So if we're close to school, we don't have to pay for transport for the school. If we're close to the grocery store, we don't have to pay for taxi to go back and forth to the grocery store. We can just go. They have open markets, which is great, but sometimes the kids like to have familiarities, like, you know, Doritos, or just familiarities that they have, because Senegal, they don't have a lot of, like, the name, what do you call it, the name brand fast food places like we have in like here in Morocco. They have KFC, they have Pizza Hut, they have McDonald's, they have Fuddruckers, they have what else, Burger King. They have all these other taco places and everything like that. They don't have a lot of, like, the name, what do you call it, the name brand fast food places like we have in like here in Morocco. They have KFC, they have Pizza Hut, they have McDonald's, they have Fuddruckers, they have what else, Burger King. They have all these other taco places and everything. That's the baby. She's crying. She's ready for a nap. Zaisha has her. They have Yum Yum's Pizza, and they have what do you call it? Oh, the poor thing is crying. She needs a nap. She's been up since like 6 o'clock this morning. So, which I tried to get her down for a nap, but she wouldn't go. So Zai's just going to see if she can get her down for a nap. And she's had breakfast and everything. So, but yeah, they have Yum Yum's Pizza, which the kids loved it. We was there when they opened, and we waited patiently when they were doing all the construction of getting it open. We was trying to figure out what is it going to be, and then we found out it was like a pizza place, and we was like, oh, it's just going to be like how they do Senegalese pizza. No, it's just like Domino's. It's very good. And someone says they have DFC. So chicken, like a fried chicken place, just like in London they had HFC. So now Senegal has DFC. So we're kind of happy about that. We're waiting for other things because I signed a contract here. So I'm breaking the contract because I just want to leave and head on out. So now we're going to Senegal, starting all over. Basically, we have to buy furniture again. We have to buy cooking supplies again. We have to buy everything again. Everything is like all over again. So, but that's okay. That's part of this lifestyle that we live. Hopefully, if we do settle down in Senegal, and if I do, because soon my oldest daughter will be graduating, my son will be moving on to high school and doing his high school thing, and then I have two smaller children who Viv hasn't even started school yet, and Bella, she's just in elementary. Maybe we might make our life in Senegal, and because I love Senegal. It's a great place to bring up children, a great place to start have a family. No, they don't have any, they don't have like a health, they have health care, but you do have to get your own insurance, because I'm not with any. I'm not with a company that can provide health insurance in Senegal. But I say it's pretty cheap. My doctor's visits weren't even like past like $50. When not even $50. So, and if you go to local clinics that aren't big clinics, they're even cheaper. So, but I'll try to do more videos once we get to Senegal. Try to do more videos, try to show you guys around, and take a review of DFC, which I'm gonna love, and the kids hopefully love. It's fried chicken, and they even have a bucket just like KFC for the fried chicken. So hopefully we do that. And till next time, guys, and hopefully this video isn't too long. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below, and I'll try to get back to it. It's been kind of difficult getting back to questions, because before how YouTube was set up, I wasn't getting notifications. So only time I get notifications when I go onto YouTube, and I would see it down there. I guess I had to turn on notifications. Sorry. And if you like, please like and subscribe, and you'll see more stuff. And hopefully one day I'll buy a better quality camera. Until then, this will do. You know, I'm a traveling mama of 4 on a budget, and this is as best as I can do. And I hope that you guys like and subscribe, and just okay. So until next time, au revoir.